You've been gone a long time. Where did you go?
Welcome back to the Fortress of Solitude. I know we've been away for a little bit, but we're never very far away. We're always around. Today, what's on the scope? Well, I'm realizing that Superman has this image that he really shouldn't have with certain part of the populace. I think the majority of people, be it the United States, be it Canada, be it Iran, doesn't matter. Most people have a very good opinion of Superman because he's the type of human being that most people would actually want to be. He's a very powerful person, but that power has not corrupted him. He's good. Who in their right mind really wants to be bad? Nobody really wants to be bad. It may end up that happening, but we're good people. We're just centered around that. Most people, if we do something wrong, we dwell on it. It drains us to a certain extent, and we need to try to do something to balance it out. That's a psychological thing about human beings that's been there since we've been walking on the planet, since we've been able to stop dragging our knuckles, write things, and actually talk to people with sounds that actually make sense to us. So when you look at Superman, he's the epitome of that. But right now, you've got, this always happens with popular characters. It lets you know that they're still popular. You get a certain amount of backlash with Superman, that of course he's too powerful. Now, mind you, Superman, when he came on in 1938, was the most powerful guy on the block. Okay? Super strength, super speed. Okay? He couldn't be harmed by conventional weaponry. He could leap an eighth of a mile. And while today we may look at that and say, oh, that's nice, that's quaint, because we have these really, really powerful people, Superman could have easily taken over the world if he wanted to. Even if you had the technological might to go against Superman, his speed was such that you would have never been able to get a chance to use it. He didn't have kryptonite at the time, so he was more powerful than just about anything anybody could have imagined. But in that state, he was still a man of the people. Now you go to 2015, Superman is still the most powerful guy on the block, but all that power, according to some people, keeps him from being a man of the people. He needs to be less in power, lower in stature, and that makes him a man of the people. No, it doesn't. It just means that people who have an issue with Superman and Superman detractors get what they want. They get a Superman who can get kicked around and they feel good about it, but that's never who the character was. The Superman is this archetype. Okay, he is the hero who is supposed to come and save us when all else fails. We can always count on Superman. Now, that's not going to happen with the guy who has to wonder, hey, can I lift this? Oh, I'm not sure. It might be a little too tough. No, Superman lifts it. The people are in jeopardy. The people are going to die. I'm going to lift this. I'm going to push planets. I'm going to save everyone, be it the Earth, the solar system, the galaxy, the universe. I'm saving us all. That's what's going to happen. People seem to forget that. And it boils down to this notion where, hey, we don't like Superman for this reason. We don't like, oh, he's perfect. Superman's perfect. Superman is perfect. What really irks me is that guys who read Superman seem to have this notion that, oh, Superman is portrayed like this perfect character. No, he's well balanced. He's well adjusted, but perfect? This guy is an alien. He is an alien. He is the last of his kind for the most part. Supergirl and the other guys who keep popping up notwithstanding. He is the last of his kind. And he's trying to be one of us. He's trying to be human. There's no way he could be perfect. One, you're trying to be something that you're not. That right there means, okay, that's never going to happen. That's like me trying to be a dog. Okay? It's never going to happen because I'm not a dog. It's just not going to happen. It's ridiculous. Two, he's trying to be human. Human beings are imperfect. Say it with me. Imperfect. Okay? That's our greatest claim to fame. Not our intelligence. Okay? Not that we've survived 7 extinction level events. Okay? The fact that we're imperfect, because that allows us to change. Something that is perfect doesn't have that capability. It's like if we were a cup, or even the sun for that matter. Those things are perfect. They're doing exactly what they're supposed to do. They will never change and they'll never have need to change. But us, our greatest ability lies in the fact that we can change. You could be someone who doesn't have the ability, and if you work hard and you put yourself to it, you could actually do that. Look at human beings who are born without any sort of limbs, or people who get into these horrible situations and yet go on, okay, to produce things that amaze the rest of us. Why? It's not because they're perfect, but they've achieved the one thing that human beings are striving to achieve, which is excellence. And now it seems that a good number of people, when they look at Superman, perfection. Okay, that's their way of railing against his excellence, because we have this culture right now that is telling us, hey, you know what? You're flawed. You're flawed. And if you're flawed, that's okay. Without the balance of, hey, look, a table can be flawed. It can be missing a leg. We're human. Okay, that is our natural state. For us to say that we're flawed, okay, is like saying that there is something defective with us. Okay, that's how it comes across. Okay, yeah, you can look in the dictionary and you can parse and you can go about, semantics, but that's what's coming across. You're flawed. All right, can you imagine introducing someone like that? Hey, meet this girl, and even though she's a flawed person, I think she's right for you. You'd look like, what the hell? No. The whole idea about this whole imperfection thing is that we get to work towards excellence. We're not born excellent. And we're not necessarily born good or well, okay? But we can steadily move towards that excellence. That's what Superman represents. He represents that excellence that is realized. However, there's a competition with the whole flawed, which allows you to sit back, lounge, relax, and not do anything, and stay on your arse and just say, hey, you know what, I'm flawed. Yeah, I can't get it done. You know why? I'm flawed. All right? That makes me human. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. That's like a pencil telling you, hey, I got lead in me. You see that? I got graphite. What do you want from me? I got graphite. Hey, that's what you're supposed to be. But you, unlike that pencil, can go further from that. Okay? You have potential that you can realize whenever you decide to realize it. That's what Superman means. And he's supposed to be that inspirational figure that reminds us of this. Right? When people say, oh, he can't be a man of the people, they forget great works like All-Star Superman, where he saves that girl from committing suicide, not with any of his superpowers, but by being there. By being there when she needs someone to talk to. By giving her a hug when she needs an embrace. Right? That excellence is totally over certain people's heads, in one ear and out the other. Doesn't make any sense. Most of us would love to know somebody like Superman, someone who is good, someone who wants to help us, someone who is going to do the right thing without any ulterior motive, okay, without any subtext to it. What's the right thing to do? And to be able to know what the right thing to do is. And we always think, oh, it's not easy to know what the right thing it is. Bull! You know what the right thing to do is, okay? Hey, should I pay my rent? Or should I buy those new pair of trainers? You pay your rent. And even in the more tenuous situations, okay, we know in here and here what the right thing to do is. Sometimes the choices are hard, okay? And the choice that we make that's the right thing to do when it comes down to it. Okay? But we love to put ourselves in like these soap-operatic situations. Like, oh, I don't know what the right thing to do is. Well, here, the right thing to do is you don't cheat on your girlfriend, okay? You don't hit people in the head when they're not looking. Real simple things. Right? Those things we can't seem to get away from. And then we try to make the simple things these grand, big, and aggrandized things. Okay, so now we have to wrestle with them. No, we know what the right thing to do is. Okay, when we get caught doing something wrong, of course we don't want to pay for it. All right, you jump the turnstile, and of course you're getting a ticket. Oh, come on. But we knew it wasn't the right thing to do in the first place. And we would have no problem with it if we got away from it. But the bottom line is, we knew what the situation was when it was on the table in front of us. Superman knows what the right thing to do is and has the conviction, the strength of character to continue to do it. Because if he didn't, he'd take over the planet. Right? He has the power. No one could stop him. Nothing makes him more a man of the people than the fact that his powers are in service of us all the time, every time, without fail. He's never using them for himself. He's never using them for his own personal gain. They're always at our disposal. And how do we know they're at our disposal? Help! I need help! Superman's there. Okay? You can't say that about anybody else. Wolverine's not coming to help you, okay, when you're in trouble. Batman, no, he's not coming to the other side of the planet when you scream out help. He may be cool and really popular right now, but you're a dead man if you're waiting for him to come there. There's no plane he has that's coming. But Superman, yeah, Superman could be in the Alpha Vega system, all right? And you could scream for help, and he'll get to you. That's who the character is. So when we look at him, we have to remember, this is this archetype, this hero we have created. Superman is your dad, okay, who comes and saves you from that bully when you are not able to do it. Superman's your mom when she comes and she chases away that scary dog, okay, who looks like he just might be able to bite you. Superman is any teacher, okay, who gave you the benefit of the doubt and gave you a little bit more points on that test to help you get along, okay? Superman is that person who comes and saves you in that last second when you really need the help, okay? He's not perfect because we're not perfect and he represents us, all right? But he is excellent at what he does. And when we reject excellence on Superman's part, we're rejecting ourselves. And when we reject ourselves, it's self-loathing to the nth degree. I mean, I don't know when it's going to stop because it's popular. And unfortunately, most people like the reflection of themselves. Hey, I'm okay because look at these guys. They're flawed just like me. But it doesn't promote excellence. And if we're not promoting excellence, hey, where are we at the end of the day? Anyway, from the Fortress of Solitude, remember, Superman's not perfect, but you are excellence just waiting to happen. See you later.